Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where I have something very special for you indeed. This right here is the Transformers Generations Studio Series Deluxe Class Cup from Transformers the Movie. You can pre-order this guy right now from Zavvi.com. There is a link in the description below that will take you directly to the page where you can pick this guy up for yourself and make sure you secure that pre-order. And also, there's another link that will take you to the Hasbro page where you can check out all of the other awesome Transformers pre-orders that are on there right now. So once again, that is Zavvi.com. Go ahead and check them out, and thank you so much for sending this guy out to me. Now, in this review, I'm not only going to be reviewing this guy, I'm also going to be comparing him with the Deluxe Class Titans Return Cup that came out maybe a couple of years ago or so. Many of you may already have this, and basically, I'm going to tell you all the reasons why you really should go ahead and pick this up, even if you have this guy. And if you don't have him, then really seriously, you do need to check this guy out. But this is a fantastic figure. But yeah, this is seriously awesome. Transformers are really outdoing themselves with great G1 accuracy, and honestly, a lot of these deluxe class figures are looking even better than kind of masterpiece counterparts, so they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. Let's take a look at the rest of the box. Here we have some nice artwork on the side. You can see number 86 right there, and here we have Cup on the back in the vehicle mode, which looks fantastic. I do actually have a G1 Cup, and it is very reminiscent of this. I don't know where that is right now to showcase it. This just basically has a lot more detail, but I think it's about the same size vehicle mode, but this does look awesome. So it says here, Sea Squid Showdown, and it's a big screen inspired scale, detail, and backdrop. It transforms in 21 steps, and there you can see that backdrop. So yeah, it is inspired by basically Cup's battle with a giant sea squid. And you can kind of see it in the back there, but I will obviously showcase that in just a second. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and take a closer look. And here we have the giant squid backdrop. So all we need now is Hot Rod to go along with Cup, and then they can stand in front of this fighting this giant squid. So here you have a nice platform for the figure to be able to stand on. It's really nice and sturdy. It's got some really cool artwork on it, and it's just cardboard, you know. But it looks fantastic, and in the right lighting and with your figure stood up there. I have it in vehicle mode right here, but as you can see, that fits nicely on there as well. But obviously it would look better in the robot mode. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this vehicle mode. But we're not just taking a look at this guy, we're also taking a look at this guy. So this one right here is the new Studio Series Cup. This one right here is the Titans Return Sergeant Cup. So, as you can see, this one is, well, it looks good. It's accurate. It's got really cool looking design, a very G1 inspired design, obviously. But it's a bit big, a bit clunky. You can see you do have some gaps right in there, gap right there. The hands are very clearly just on the back there. Yes, this guy's head does obviously turn into the Titan Master, which can sit in the cockpit, which is all really, really nice, and I love that clear cockpit right there and the Autobot logo. However, it just lacks a little something, and that little something is accuracy. I mean, look how smooth and sleek and accurate this guy is. The colors are so much better. And in general, he's just so much sleeker and less gappy. You can see, if we look at the back, the sort of cargo area, because you can tell he's kind of like a cargo truck thing, just so much more full and complete looking. You know, just less gaps, and looks fantastic. This guy comes with a couple of weapons that can peg onto the back right there. Well, this guy comes with a couple of accessories as well. So this here is a little Energon pouch, and here we have a little Energon goodie, as they're called in the movie. And so he gives this to as kind of like a peace offering, which goes terribly wrong. And also he has his blaster as well. And if I do just compare that to the blaster from Titan's Return, you had two of these which could peg together, and then your Titan Master can sit inside it. But I mean, it's a cool looking gun from one angle, but then it's kind of like It's called the dual wheel guns, but this is so so much better. Use this peg that's on the side that goes into this little port right there. So that's going to slot right here. And then the other one, it has a little peg just there, and you can pop that on the side as well. So both accessories are stored on the vehicle, and honestly, it looks just fine. And if you really wanted to, you could just pop that in the back, and he's carrying it along. And I think that looks fantastic. I mean, with most Transformers, it does tend to be that the weapons just look really out of place when you peg them in. But with this, it's just so much sleeker. I mean, the whole thing has just took this and just made it more accurate, more sleek, and more awesome. And here are both figures in the robot mode, and this cup is honestly so incredible and so much more accurate than the Titans Return one. I mean, even just instantly when you look at the heads, this has a bunch of grey on it right there, whereas the new one, oh, the colours on this guy, absolutely fantastic. He does have light piping. I think you should just about be able to see the brilliant blue eyes lighting up there, and if I put my finger behind his head, there we go, you can see him going off. You can kind of pretend he's talking by using your finger at the back there and stuff like that. I love light piping. That's something you cannot get from this guy with this big old chunky head back here. In general, this guy looks fantastic. He's got dual-wielding weapons, and look at that. There's no backpack whatsoever, but there's just kind of really no accuracy whatsoever. I mean, look, he does look like an amazing cup, and he may look like some kind of IDW kind of comic version, but if you want a G1 cup, and that's what we're going for here, we want ourselves some accuracy to the movie. The new one is what you're going to go for. It's a smidge smaller than that older one. He's about 5.5 inches tall, and he's just 5.5 inches of awesomeness. He really is. So here you can see this little Energon goodie box thingy right here with one coming out. It would be awesome if it was kind of pink, but it's like, you know, translucent pink, but clear works just fine. There you can see the gun fits beautifully into his hand. He does have a tiny bit of a backpack there, but that is honestly not a problem whatsoever. Both the transformations for the older version and for this new version are really interesting. I mean, he transforms from a very interesting, unusual vehicle mode into a very slender, sleek looking robot mode. I mean, the arms, the legs there look fantastic. But in the movie, the arms and the legs get torn off, and then he says to Hot Rod, "Fix me!" Well, you can recreate that scene right there. As you can see, the arms and legs pull off very easily. You can actually interchange them if you want. You can give him leg arms and arm legs. But I think that this is an absolutely fantastic little addition to the figure. Great attention to detail, not only just in how he looks, but also in the playability and the awesome scene recreation, not just in the accessory, but in the actual figure itself. Epic Autobot logo right there, really nice. And then flipping it around to the back, you can see some kind of hollowness here and there, but in general, the big bits, the legs, as you can see, there's no kind of hollowness there or anything. In general, he looks fantastic. In terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can look left and right. It can wobble left and right as well, and look up and down a little bit, but not all that much. Shoulders here, you've got the hinge, so they can come all the way out like so, and rotate all the way around. You've got the rotation there at that joint where you can pull it off, and you've got the elbow hinge as well, which works really well for a single jointed hinge. Waist swivel here works really nicely. It's kind of stiff, and just be careful that you are not pushing it out, because you can actually just slide it straight out that joint, so you can cut him in half if you want to, but yeah, just make sure that you don't push any pressure backwards with the torso, because you will just pull it off. But it is on there nice and tight and secure, so you can play with it just fine. The hips come out to the side, move forward and back all the way, which is fantastic. You got that rotation again at the joint where it pulls out, and then the knees bend to a 90 degree. You also have a really nice ankle pivot, which moves all that way. So yeah, pretty wide stance you can get from this guy and have him stand nice and stable. So overall, the colors, the design in both robot and vehicle mode, the weapon choices, and even the backdrop as well, which actually, let's bring that backdrop back in and get this guy stood up here. I mean, that is fantastic, and I honestly cannot recommend this thing enough. The figure looks incredible. So a Transformers fan, I think, should be able to appreciate the amount of attention to detail that's gone into this figure, and if you've got the old one, you definitely should upgrade to the new one. So once again, thank you very much, Zavvi, for sending this thing out early for a review. I was going to buy this thing, so I'm ecstatic to have been able to take an early look at this. And again, if you want to go ahead and support Zavvi for their awesome work, then go ahead and check out the link in the description below and pre-order one for yourself. I will be picking up the other Transformers from this wave too when they do come out, so stay tuned to my channel for more. I'm definitely looking forward to a hot rod to put next to this guy, and it looks absolutely awesome. Can't wait for it. One of my favorite Autobots. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, check out the videos that are on screen right now and the links in the description below to my social media. And once again, go ahead and check out Zavvi. Their products are awesome, and all the new Transformers are all on there for pre-order. To see more from me, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.